What's going on, YouTube? We're back at it with the NF journey again. Got another reaction, got another review for you today. Today's NF song, I Just Want to Know. So I recently just did a whole slew of reactions to Falling in Reverse. I took a break from the NF journey because I didn't want to hammer it all out in one set and then be done with it. I wanted to keep going and slowly keep taking in and absorbing what NF's message and what he's putting through. And I wanted to start back up with it. And the next song on my list is I Just Want to Know. I am a big fan of NF now. I definitely love his music. I definitely love the bars that he can put out. The messages that he puts through his music are phenomenal. So I'm really excited to see what he's got for this one because from what I've heard is it's a pretty emotional song. So I'm really excited to see what it's all about, what it has entailed to it, and just how NF always makes his music videos awesome. So I'm really excited to see it. So NF, let's see what you got. All right. Very surreal feeling.
Yeah. Only time you ever call me is when you feeling like don't nobody else wanna listen. When's the last time you saw me? You probably don't remember that, cause that was back when you were different. I don't wanna hear the sorries. I'm tired of all the talking, to be honest. I would rather see it different. Yeah, you passed me in the hallway, but you ain't said a word to me lately. All I ever feel is this, and you don't care that you lost me.
All right, so definitely talking about a lost relationship. Definitely talking about how his, I guess, former significant other had changed. How, you know, she doesn't acknowledge him. She doesn't. She's gone. Pretty much, I guess that's what the message that he's putting through. You know, her not acknowledging him. Pretty much that emotionally and mentally, she's gone. Like, she's completely out. The relationship has been done. He doesn't want to hear apologies if, you know, about if she regrets anything or any of that. The relationship's done. So already, like, this, everyone's been in relationships. Everyone's either had breakups or divorces or this, that, and the other. No one's an exception to that. So everyone can relate to that, where you end it with a significant other from a short or a long period of time, and some people it can leave a sour taste in your mouth, and it can some people can see the negative, some people can see the positive in former relationships. This one is definitely portraying, from what it seems like, more of the angst behind the change of a person, of his significant other's personality change in throughout the relationship, and then leading to the end of the relationship.
But you ain't said a word to me lately. All I ever feel is this, and you don't care that you lost me. What's wrong with you? Had a picture of you sitting on the dash in the car with me. Now it's in my closet with the other one sitting in the box. I don't want to open up. You took it all from me. Told me you would die for me. Yeah, all you ever do is lie to me. Wish that I could say that this is coming as a surprise to me. Tell me that I never took the time, and now you ain't got the time for me. Yeah.
Oh. NF's voice with that, NF's, you know, how he's singing with that slow motion of the car rolling, like the car getting thrown off of its off the wheels and just rolling off the road. Like, the combination of that is a really powerful image, and that's just a really solid dynamic. And I guess from what it looked like, you know, him talking about her crushing, I guess, the relationship. I want to guess that the car, I guess, was like a symbol for the relationship. It's like they're like that's what they're talking. Like, he's trying to keep the relationship on track, trying to keep the car within the lanes, and then something happened between them on her end, and, you know, she pulled the steering wheel. She veered their relationship, completely derailed the relationship, and it's what it looks like. And then the car goes through the car accident. It does its tumble, and the relationship does its tumble. It crashes and essentially gets totaled. It ends.
We used to talk like best friends. I remember that. I guess I don't know what happened to us. Now you got me questioning what trust is. You told me you would be there for me.
Okay. Showing him getting out of the car and disheveled from the relationship, or essentially the car accident, and she's laying there either unconscious or dead, one of the two, but either she's gone. Like either way, she's not in that aspect right now. She's no longer in that relationship. It took a turn, and now she's not there. At least mentally, emotionally, physically she could be, but mentally, emotionally she's not. And that's a really cool play on the imagery behind it. And him, and especially with the lyrics of him talking about, I don't know who I'm looking at anymore. I don't know who I'm talking to anymore. You said one thing, then now you're something completely different. We used to talk like we were best friends. Now it feels like we're complete strangers. And like I said, everyone can relate to this. Everyone has had a breakup or a divorce or something that they can relate to, that, to knowing that feeling where you're in a relationship with someone, and over the years or over the days, weeks, months, years, doesn't matter what the time frame is, if their personality changes, if their ideologies change, or you guys drift apart, they end up going from being your best friend to someone you don't really even know because you guys have drifted so far apart. And that's why everyone can relate to this. This is very relatable. Even myself, I can relate to this. And it's a very powerful message through. And I love how it's representing with the car. I love that it's representative with the car crashing, and that's like the relationship. And just how the lyrics are going, how the imagery is coming through with this, it's phenomenal. Like it's amazing.
Right now, but I know the person that I'm looking at is not you. Yeah, they say you are who you hang with. Maybe that's the reason you've been changing. Maybe that's the reason why I'm feeling like you're dangerous. And every time we talk, it's like I'm talking to a stranger. When did you get so cold? What happened to your soul? Don't you see me? I thought that we were close, but now that door is closed. When did we lose control? Guess you don't need me. I just wanna know, when did you get so cold? What happened to your soul? Don't you see me? I thought that we were close, but now that door is closed. When did we lose control? Guess you don't need me.
I know we're coming up towards the end here, but his verse, talk about when did you become so cold and all that, and the depiction of the paramedics coming, like, him giving her over to the paramedics, for them to try to fix the issue, like it's almost as if like the relationship, with how the car is the relationship, it's them, and like, she derailed the relationship and now she's gone. It's like him still trying, like it's that initial phase of a relationship ending, of one party or both parties sometimes trying to fix it, trying to do something to make it better, to try to recollect something from earlier in the relationship that'll spark to keep it alive. That's a hard hitting piece right there. That it goes without saying. Like I can't even describe like in words how much emotion that really packs in, and how much he's able to pack in of the emotion with his words, and how the imagery of how he is in this film, and how it just depicts the sorrow, the mourning, the anger, the angst, all of it in one. Like it's like him sitting there, him crying, him shaking, like so many emotions flooding him, and that's so relatable. I can't think of anyone that can't relate to something like this. They can't relate to a song like this. I honestly, I couldn't think of anyone that wouldn't be able to listen to this and be like, yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. Wow. That that was good. That was really good. That was a phenomenal song. I mean, disregard of the message that was put through in the imagery, just the sound of that chorus and how smooth he was spitting the bars, how smooth he was rapping. Like, that was a very, very smooth song, and it was just very well laid out. The musical composition in the background, how it echoed with his voice, like, that was a very beautiful song. Like, the sound that came through resonated perfectly. And the music video itself was a great representation, like visual representation of a relationship crashing and burning, and a relationship ending, with the car essentially going off the rails, going off the street and rolling and crashing. One person trying to revive the other person. It was a seriously heavy hitting message, and that was a phenomenal song. And NF does not disappoint when it comes to putting out a message like that, or putting out something sorrowful or something deep. And this is no exception. Like, this was absolutely phenomenal. I genuinely loved it. All right, guys, so that was my reaction to I Just Want to Know by NF. I thought it was awesome. I loved how he portrayed the message of the car to the relationship going off the rails, pretty much talking about either a breakup or divorce, and the emotional context that comes with it. I really liked how he put that through, and he's second to none as far as putting an emotional context through his words. I genuinely loved it. Like, I have no complaints. I have nothing but great things to say. I thought that was a phenomenal song. I thought it was phenomenal work by NF. Visually, it was amazing. I love how dark it was, but how much it encapsulated, like, the lights from the ambulance and all that. Like, it really brought a different contrast of colors into it, with it keeping that grayscale style kind of imagery. That was phenomenal. His bars were great. What he was talking about was great. His chorus, how he sings. He's got a phenomenal voice, and he has that slight raspiness to his voice, and it really puts a cool feeling to his choruses, to his singing, especially with the imagery that it's portraying. So it really kind of creates just a hint of grittiness. No matter how beautiful it is, there's a hint of grittiness to it, and I think that's awesome, because NF is extremely smart. He's very well versed in what he says and what he does. And I know I've seen, like, since I started doing this, I've seen an interview where he talked about, he has his OCD and all that. So I know he obsesses about the minute details in an over dramatic way. And every little facet that he can try to wrap his head around, he's encapsulating with what he needs to in these videos and in his music. So I think that's awesome. I really think that was a phenomenal piece. Like, I genuinely loved it. But if y'all like this reaction, as always, smash that like button, smash subscribe, hit that little bell for future notifications, and also comment down below. Give me more songs that you want me to react to. I have a whole list of NF songs, going from this song all the way to, I believe, Clouds, with his song Clouds, and then going farther even into the Clouds mixtape. So I have a whole list of NF songs. So if you have any other songs from other artists, because I already have the NF songs, let me know of the other artists that you want me to do, other songs you want me to do. If it's got a message, if it has an emotion, if it has a music video that has some form of decent context to it, or some form of symbology to it, let me know. I want to do it. I love breaking down things like this and figuring out what they're trying to put through, what kind of message they're trying to convey. So y'all keep feeding me, I'll keep feeding you, and we'll keep this circle just going all around. And I'm definitely enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. But that's it, guys. I'm out.